Hey everybody, so I am responding to a request on the Facebook page for more information about a Brut IPA. So I'm going to go into a little bit what to expect when drinking one, a little small quick history because it's a very new quick history anyway, and how it's made and for the brewing process. So here goes. It was started in San Francisco with a brewery called the Social Kitchen and Brewery. The head brewer was working with uh, amylglucose. I'm horrible saying the enzyme name, but anyway, the enzyme will be in the description of the video here. So anyway, how it works is that brew it's going to be brewed just like most IPAs are made. The only difference is you're going to want to have, instead of any sort of bitter hops in the front end, you want to put them all in the flavor, so flame out and dry hopping stages for hopping there. And then as far as when the yeast is done fermenting, that's when you add the enzyme, and is going to allow that brew to go past um, for the complex sugars that are not normally fermented. So think about a 1080 some odd gravity beer that brews down to about what 10, 15-ish or something. This will actually brew the rest of those sugars down to zero. So you're going to expect a dry brew and also zero residual sugar. That's the whole thing about the Brut IPA. The final gravity is 1.00 or zero Plato and dry. That is why, because there's no sugar backbone in there, you don't want to have a lot of middle flavor hops or bittering hops in the front end. So you think about your 60 and 30-minute hops, you want to have them 15 minutes or later. So 15, 10, 5, 0, and dry hopping. I would prefer probably more um, flame out and dry hopping hops there. So again, mostly the biggest thing that makes this whole thing so different is that there's no residual sugar. So instead of um, you know just using a normal, you can use a normal yeast, any yeast you want, you normally use on a different IPA. The only extra piece to it is that enzyme you add once the fermentation is dormant, you add that and then it spikes back up again. And that's what gets you down to zero residual sugar. Um, it's honestly sounds pretty easy to make. I've never made one yet because I was interested, but I've had so many other ones I want to brew, and I was want to brew this, and I end up brewing that anyway. But sounds pretty darn easy. So there you go. That is how that is made. Now think about a normal hop schedule. That's this going to be the same. Um, your mashing schedule will be about the same. So about the 148-ish ranges right there. I'd aim towards that 148 range. Um, Hops will be the same. Um, Other than that, there was another piece that was going to go into. Um, oh, there is some adjuncts some breweries are using though. So like think rice and corn, flaked corn, or something like that. Not to be cheap on it, they said it's just because it was able to ferment those complex sugars all the way down to zero. So they were using that to and keep it clearer as opposed to too cloudy. And that's all I got on that. But enjoy. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Cheers.